If you're looking for guidance from the universe to help you shift your energy in the coming weeks, then you're gonna love today's video, because in today's video, I'm sharing 3 tarot readings for you to choose from for special guidance from the universe to help you shift your energy in the coming weeks. If you're new here, my name is Francisca. I am the owner of Breathe, Connect, Thrive, a healing studio in Houston, Texas, where I help people breathe through stuck and pent up emotions through conscious connected breath work, replenish their mind, body, heart, and soul in restorative yoga, and get some clarity through personal discovery tarot readings. And welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. If you're somebody who's been around and subscribed to the channel, I so appreciate you supporting my work, and I so appreciate doing these tarot reading videos. This is like one of the highlights of my month. Every time that I know I have to record a tarot reading, I'm like, yay, tarot reading. Keep in mind that these are general readings. So if you do want a personalized reading and you're in Houston, or if you want a reading online, you can go ahead and book that by clicking on the link in the description box below. But there you'll also find the timestamps for the readings. So if you know which reading you'd like to choose, you can go ahead and click on the timestamp in the description box below. However, if you want to sit through all the readings, you can do that too. I find that sometimes we need to sit through all the readings. We think we know which reading is ours, but then we go back and we watch these videos and then we're like, oh, that also applied to me, but it applied in a different area of my life. Or maybe it doesn't apply now, maybe it applies later, because I am filming this in July. However, this could be meant for you at a different time in your life, and you may need to come back and revisit the video and watch it some other time. So this month I am using 3 different crystals for each of your readings. For the first reading, I'm using Sodalite. So Sodalite is this really beautiful blue and gray stone. This stone is really great for truth and clarity, intuition, intelligence, self-acceptance, emotional balance, and throat and third eye chakra activation. I'm also using Rhodonite for one of the other readings. So Rhodonite is this beautiful pink and black stone. This crystal is really great for peace and trauma, increasing harmony, clearing out old emotional wounds, nurturing and softening past relationship scars, heart and root chakra. I'm also using Botswana Agate, or Botswana Agate, as I like to say, Agate. So this is a beautiful stone. Sometimes it's got these little eyelets in it, but this one does not. This stone is really great for safety, stability, yin and yang balance, artistic expression, bigger picture view, emotional harmony, and root chakra activation. So let's get into the readings. This is the Sodalite reading. So Sodalite, again, is a really great stone for the throat and third eye chakra. Really great for emotional balance, intelligence, intuition, clarity, and truth. So I'm picking 5 cards for your tarot reading. So first card is, what is the current energy? How can your focus best serve you in the coming weeks? Is there something that's blocking you? And if so, what is that thing that's blocking you? How could you shift your energy? And what is the guidance from the universe or source? All right. I want to start with how you can shift your energy, because sometimes when people see cards like this, they may think, wow, this is a pretty heavy card. Like, there's a lot going on here, right? There's this lady who's kind of bound by 3 pieces of this heart that's really pulling at her, and there's this tree back there too. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get that into focus. But there's this tree back there that she's bound to as well, down here at the bottom. And it's bound to her, and it also looks like she's being pulled from a few other ways. So most of the times when people see this card, they think of heartbreak and like kind of being stabbed in the front. So this isn't a backstabbing, this is a front stabbing. This is like a really difficult grieving time. And this is how you can shift your energy. It's actually using your grief from before, using these past experiences that have really been hurtful and really been harmful for you, using this past heartbreak to help you shift into a different vibration, shift into, and really raise your vibration too. Really shifting and using those past hurts to help you move forward. This could also be a recent hurt, but I'm feeling like this is a past hurt. I'm feeling like this is something from the past. If it's recent, it's something that really was shocking to you. But if it's something from the past, it's something that, was kind of been there for a while. The reason I'm saying I feel like this is something from the past is because, see these little kind of scars here, those scars look really deep. Those look like they're scars that have been there for a while. So maybe there was a recent experience that kind of shifted and maybe reopened a wound for you. But this is how you're going to shift your energies, by using this past hurt. What is blocking you? The thing that's blocking you is this feeling that you have to do it all alone, this feeling that you're by yourself, this feeling that you kind of have to heal. Know that you already are whole and healed. When we go inside and when we start looking for those answers of what we can do to move us along and to shift our energy, sometimes we forget that there's other people that can help us too. And this doesn't have to come in the form of, asking for help. It can come from the form of accepting help, accepting these small gestures that people are offering you, because it feels like there are people who want to help you. Your current energy, things are moving fast, and you're trying to catch up with the things that are moving really fast. Things are moving really quickly in your life, and there may be lots of thoughts going on, there may be lots of planning going on, and you really want to move fast. How can your focus best serve you? Choose to move forward. Choose on how you want to move forward. There are so many opportunities available to you. Regardless of what's happened in the past, use this past pain to help you move forward. Know that in the healing, especially of these old wounds, this is how we can move forward. This is how you can shift your energy. Again, this is how can your focus best serve you in the coming weeks. And I feel like in the coming 3 weeks, it's going to be really pivotal for you to shift and choose. Choose how you want to move forward. Choose what you're focusing on. Choose in the morning. In the morning's a really good time to just place your hands on your heart and say, what do I need in this moment? What will serve me best? What will help me move forward? And really listen. I mean, that can take 5 minutes. You don't have to close your eyes like I did, but I feel like it's really great to close your eyes, especially first thing in the morning when we wake up. There's so much stimuli going on in the morning. When we wake up first thing in the morning, that is when our mind is more susceptible. That's when our emotions are more susceptible. That's when we can really shift and change the tone for the day. In the morning when we wake up, our cortisol already gets pumped up in our body. And the reason that happens is because it's what happens about an hour before you start waking up. The chemicals in your body start producing extra stress hormones, and it does that, and we need the stress to get out of bed. And if we sit for too long and we sit in these thoughts of all the things that have happened in the past, of how we're alone and how we're feeling like there's nobody there to help us, and we get stuck in that feeling of it's never going to happen, it can be really, it's a really perfect storm of emotions and chemicals in the body, because the body's already stressing itself to get you out of bed. But if you take that energy and you shift it down, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get more downward facing energy. Whereas if you can choose, this is how your focus can serve you. If you can choose to say to yourself, okay, what will be best for me in this moment? What will help me move forward? What is it that I need in this moment? And how can I choose to make one small choice to help me move forward in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But the guidance from Source is this beautiful Ace of Wands. To know that when I see this card, it's the Ace of Wands, but this deck, the Chris Ann's Lightseers Tarot deck, is so beautiful, so colorful, so expressive. And one of the things that I love about this particular Ace of Wands is that this fire is kind of brimming in her third eye, or in her third eye. So here, this is where our intuition lives. This is our center for sight and intuition and perception. And so it's all about shifting your perception of the way things are, and also about shifting your perception of the past and shifting your perception of the future. This card also reminds me of action and moving forward and taking all this fire that you have inside of you to really move forward. To really manifest the things that you want to manifest. To know that the power is in your hands, to know that you're the one at the helm driving the ship. Source really wants you to know that you get to choose how you want to move forward. You get to choose how you view things. You get to choose the things that you're passionate about and spending a little bit more time on that. Yeah, sometimes we don't have an hour, 2 hours to spend on the things that we're passionate about. But know that you can take 2 to 5 minutes a day to say, okay, what are ways that I can really let these fast moving ideas really serve me? I'm ready, I have all these ideas, I'm trying to catch up to them. And how can I now use my intuition to shift me into a different place? How can I use this fire that's within me to shift me into a different energy? How can I really move forward? And how can I let the past be and use this past pain, instead of it being something that drags me down and pulls me, how can I then repair my own heart? How can I be the one that gives to myself a little bit more? How can I shift that energy? Because when we start giving to ourselves more and more, if you're trying to attract somebody, if that is something that's going on in your mind right now, in your energy, if that's what you want, or if you're trying to attract a job, or if you're trying to attract a project, or attract money, or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest in your life, or whatever it is that you're trying to actualize in your life, you have to think about the energy that's in, because we can't close the gap on something that we want if we're not in the same energy of that something. We have to be a match to the energy. And so I feel like one of the many messages in your reading is to be a match to what it is that you want. And the only way that you can catch up to it, the only way that you can choose to do it, is by looking inside and then using that as a point to not let the past be something that holds you back, but rather use your past as a jumping forward point so that you can really take all of this energy and manifest it, because this is a beginning. This is a beginning. The Ace of Wands is the beginning of moving forward. It's the beginning of this passion, creativity, this igniting of your intuition. That's what's happening here. So really allowing that to help you move forward, to make those choices so that you can shift your energy in the next few weeks. And if you're like, I really want to shift, I really want to move forward, but I don't have the tools to do that just yet, like I don't know what I'm doing here, then you'll want to sign up for the Chakra Balancing Breathwork Journey. It is an in-person or online breathwork journey that I take you through. It's 11 sessions. We go through chakra by chakra, really clearing out any old messages, any old patterns, any old energy, and giving you a framework that you can use to help you clear your energy, and giving you a framework that you can use to help you feel grounded, safe, secure, in touch with your intuition, in touch with the energy of the heart chakra, because we go chakra by chakra, starting at the root and moving up through the crown chakra to help you really find ways to balance and shift your energy and clear your energy. This journey takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on your schedule, depending on the things that you have going on in your life. There is homework. There is things that you have to do on your own. There's resources that I give you. We're doing breath work. We're doing tarot. We're doing Reiki. We're doing all kinds of different things to figure out like what is your best way to heal. And again, by the end of the journey, you're going to be able to trust your intuition. You're going to be able to trust yourself to really help you shift your energy, to help you feel aligned, to help you learn how to balance your own chakras so that you can feel grounded, safe, secure, and intuitive, and really feel open and compassionate too. So details are in the description box below, but that is the Sodalite reading for you. On to the Rhodonite reading. So Rhodonite is a beautiful pink and black stone. This crystal is really great for the heart chakra, really great for nurturing and softening these past relationship scars, increasing your harmony, and also bringing peace into your life. So we're doing 5 cards for this reading, seeing what is the current energy, how can your focus best serve you in the coming months, what might be blocking you, how can you shift your energy in the coming weeks? I said coming months earlier, didn't I? I meant to say coming weeks. And what is the guidance from source? So let's see what we have here. Ooh, this is really interesting. I want to talk about, sorry, I get really excited when I read tarot, but I get excited for every reading I have though. But your current, not your current energy, what's blocking you, what's going to help you, what's going to help you shift your energy. So what's blocking you is the sun. What's going to help you shift your energy is the moon. I love this. You actually have 3 major arcana cards in your reading. And I think it's really interesting because you also have for your current energy the Hanged Man. So here what I'm getting a sense of is it feels like you're at a stalemate. It feels like kind of things are not moving forward. It feels like you're waiting for something to happen. That may be what's blocking you. Feeling like this thing, the sun, this feeling of just feeling energized and feeling free and feeling like the yes stuff is never going to happen. And what I'm feeling, what I'm really getting from this, there's a lot of yellow in this reading. Well, not a lot of yellow, but my eyes are drawn to the yellow. It's drawn to the yellow here in this Hanged Man. So in the Hanged Man, there's a shift in perspective. I feel like that's going to come for you in the coming weeks, but it's going to come for you in the form of really going deep inside to your subconscious and really listening and really moving forward, even if you're scared, really facing those shadow parts of you. The moon does dip into the subconscious. It talks about secrets that we have. I feel like this shift is coming in the next month or so for you because the moon cycles. And actually, at the time of recording this, yesterday was the full moon in Capricorn. And the full moon in Capricorn is all about reevaluate, well, what I looked into for me, my clients. We really talked about this shift in perspective of really looking at our goals. Like, what did you start off this year with your goals? And where are you at now with those goals? And what do you feel like you want in the coming months or moving forward? You know, sometimes we have this idea of what we want. Sometimes that is why we're in a holding pattern. These ideas and these desires that we have for what we want our life to look like, sometimes the universe kind of puts a pause on it. Sometimes we put a pause on it too, but I feel like this is something that that was kind of a co-creative effort to pause. The universe paused it and you paused it too. Because in the Hanged Man, this person can easily let themselves off of this aerial sling that she's on. You can easily let yourself off the hook. However, there's something that's waiting. Whether this is something that you're doing or something that's being done for you, to you, or through you. For, to, or through. Like, what is this shift for? Is this shift so that you can learn a little bit more? so that you can really hone your ideas down? Is that what the shift is for? So you can fine tune what needs to happen? Is the shift because right now there needs to be a little bit less of this yes energy, saying yes to everything and everyone, saying yes to everything and everyone? If so, then what is going to help you shift your energy is really diving deep down inside and saying, okay, let me single it down. Like, really, what do I really want out of this? And how can this best serve me? And how can I move forward? And how can I look at all of the fine details? Really looking at all the fine details. How can I do that? So that I could get to this place of happiness, this 10 of Cups, this place of love and joy and peace and clarity and just all around fun, all around love, just feeling really good about yourself, feeling really good about the relationships that you're in, feeling the sense of grace and harmony. It's so funny because the Rhodonite crystal is all about, you know, embracing harmony and healing those old wounds and the heart and the root chakra. I really love this stone because heart and root chakra. So the heart chakra is all about compassion, love, harmony, peace, and also this feeling of understanding, feeling of connectedness, knowing that this interdependent state is possible. And then the root chakra, safety, stability, foundations. So if you can get your foundation straight, maybe that's why you're in a holding pattern. If you can look at the fine details and really single it down and really start looking at what it is you really like, don't allow other people's happiness to put the shadow and damper on what you have going on right now. Right now, it may not seem like there's much going on, but underneath the surface, there's so much underneath the surface right now. Keep working on yourself. Keep working towards those things that you want to work with. Keep working in the subconscious. Keep challenging those ideas that say, can you really have it? The truth is that you can. You wouldn't want it if you couldn't have it. And I'm talking about what's underneath that, not a specific person, not a specific outcome, but what is underneath the feeling of the specific person or outcome. Really, let's dig down in there. Let's dig down in there, because by digging down in there, this is how you end up with this 10 of Cups energy, with this feeling of love and happiness and peace and joy and clarity that comes from, and that can only come from doing the work. You know, so often we see what other people have and we don't realize how much work they've done to get there. And we just see like, oh, they're so disciplined. Oh, they have this. Oh, they have that. They have their own business. They have a family. They have a relationship. They have a house. But how much work did it actually take for them to get there? And even if somebody was, you know, like it was handed to them, how do you know that they didn't work on their energy too? So really there is this energetic shift, and how to shift your energy. Sometimes we do need to go into the dark. Sometimes we do need to go into the shadow. Sometimes we do need to look to see what is our perception telling us. Again, because the moon is all about perception. And if you need help with really taking a look at your perception, really shifting your receptive energy, because I feel like this is also receptive energy, I do have a meditation that you can listen to. It's one of my favorites that I ever made. It's called Getting into the Receptive Mode, or Receptive Mode Meditation. I don't know, but I'll link it somewhere here in the video and also down below in the description box. But that is the reading for the Rhodonite. Moving on to our Botswana Agate reading. So this is a beautiful stone for the root chakra. Really great to help with the bigger picture view, yin and yang balance, safety and stability, because it is for the root chakra. So we are going to ask Source for some guidance today for you. What is your current energy? How can your focus best serve you in the coming weeks? What might be blocking you? How can you shift your energy or vibration in the coming weeks? And what is the guidance from Source? It is really interesting what is coming up here. And I want to talk about these two middle cards. Again, I'm starting there. So I want to talk about what is blocking you. This is the 9 of Swords. all these thoughts, all this anxiety, maybe these ideas of what has happened what has happened in the past, and the things that are keeping you up at night. There may be lots of things keeping you up at night. It may be one particular thing, but I feel like what will shift your energy is to decide how you want to move forward, really make a choice to how you want to move forward. So Two of Swords is the stalemate. It is this not being able to choose. The Nine of Swords is this anxiety, this thing that's, probably causing you nightmares. And sometimes we feel that if we make a bad choice, or if we've made a bad choice in the past, and bad is in quotation marks, if we've made a choice that was different than what we really wanted it to be, it feels like there's a lot of arguing with reality here. Arguing with what the could have beens. And the could have beens are really keeping you stuck. And if you narrow it down, like, it's hard for you to move forward. And so how you're going to shift your energy is to really take the blindfold off, to really shift the perception into this feeling of safety, stability, and security of the root chakra, because the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords, these are all thoughts. These are thoughts that are kind of swirling around in our head, inside of our head, and it's just really difficult for us to get quiet. And in the difficulty of getting quiet, you can't hear, you can't make a choice, you can't see. And I put my hands here because I feel like it's, like ideas from other people, and maybe advice from other people, and just hearing everybody, or thinking about how everybody may view it too. So that could be something here. Your current energy, though, is on the Hierophant. Hierophant? I say Hierophant. I don't know. Anyways, the Hierophant, I might say it a couple of different ways today. This is a message of being your own guru, really letting your energy be rooted in your knowing, your personal knowing. This traditionally is a card of like structured religion, education, higher education. A priest is usually, or I can't remember if it's a priest or not, but in the Rider-Waite and in most of the traditional decks, this is looked at as a card of like higher education, or higher like structures, stabilities, not structures and stabilities, like structures of like government structures, or religious organizations and things like that. But I feel like in this deck, it's like, be the light yourself. Don't look to other people for the information. You really have all the wisdom and all of the information that you need inside of you. So this is your current energy. How can your focus best serve you? Stand your ground. Protect yourself. Know that your ideas are worth sharing. Know that you are always covered by the circle of protection, and know that regardless of what other people think or feel, you have the ability to move forward. You really do. You have this innate ability, and somehow it may have been diminished, to trust yourself. We're all born with intuition. We're all born with this inner wisdom. We all have access to this inner wisdom. And sometimes it can get clouded, especially if we feel like in the past we made choices that weren't the best for us at that time. Again, there's this arguing with reality. There's this feeling like things could have been different. But if things could have been different, they would be different. So really come back to yourself. Really sit in meditation. Really start grounding yourself again. Really start listening to that solar plexus, that core, that identity that is you, that who you are. Really start listening to that, and really start knowing that you are able to share your ideas in a way that makes sense for you, to you, in your capacity to align with whatever your highest values are. Really check in with yourself. We really have to check in with what our values are. Again, that's the Hierophant. You may be given values from other people, from other structures and organizations and things like that, but really check in, like, what are your values? What are those values that you hold dear? That way, when this energy shows up, You can see your fears and worries and these feelings of anxiety and depression. You can see those as an opportunity to bust through the illusions, which in turn allows you to remove the blinders from what you feel is holding you back so that you can move towards the light, because we still haven't talked about your guidance from source. And the guidance from source is really pursuing your dreams, really moving forward, really imagining what you have, imagining with your inspiration and this fast energy and this courage and taking this inspired action to allow what you've been dreaming about to be a reality, to really figure out how to make that a reality. So this may be part of the stalemate, you know, because it feels like you have so much at stake. But just know that you can't choose wrong. You can choose in a way that can make a difference, yes. But also, I just feel like we can't have things happen unless they were necessary for us to really experience that, to take that as a learning experience and to help us fan the flames of what our passion really is. Really take that fire, ignite it, let it be part of what moves you forward. Let it be part of your emotional harmony. Let this be something that helps you feel safe and secure, because we can't have this fanning of the flames if we don't first have something stable to sit on. So see how she's like kind of sitting on the ground and she's drumming with her drum, and then she's got these wands behind her, this horse here. This is the action oriented part. This is your inspired action. This is about you feeling charged up and going with it. This is about allowing your energy to incite this feeling of movement inside of you so that you can move forward, so you can manifest those things that you want to manifest. But really listen to that inner guru. Really take the information that you have inside of you. Don't let your past choices get in the way. Know that you are protected the whole way through. Know that source always has your back. And know that you have the ability to shift your energy. You have the ability to make the choice to take the blindfolds off. And if you're like, I need some root chakra information here, like I need to like go into the root chakra, really find out about that. I did create a series last month, and I'll link the playlist here in the description box below, but you can watch that next. As always, I do love hearing from you. So if something here resonated for you, please be sure to leave it in the comments below or let me know somehow. Please only take what feels right in your heart and soul and leave the rest behind. That's it for now. See you next time. Bye.